One day when I grow up, I'll be just as big as you. And probably not.
And then you're dead.
We're
I
back.
still think this. Oh, sorry.
No,
I still think this. You go first. You go first.
We're still in a level 3 elephant graveyard. If you saw back
Still
there was a poison bug. Don't grab that. That lowers your health.
I still think this is one of the most morbid-looking levels I've actually seen in general.
It is an elephant graveyard full of scraps. I mean, we have hyenas, we have vultures, we have the scrappers in the animal kingdom that just feast on the scraps.
This is like what I would imagine if Mega Man 4 would have been on the Super Nintendo, what Skullman stage would have looked like.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a nice representation.
Of course, Skullman stage does look much more cheerful because of the bright blue sky.
It's like blue sky. I hate these vulture enemies.
Although later it did go into a bright blood red sky, which is a bit more scary. But that was like right before the boss fought, so it's like, this means nothing.
It didn't look blood red to me, it just looked like a sunset.
Maybe that's just how my TV was set.
Alright.
Well, blood red, crimson is like a common color you see in sunsets, so yeah, maybe. Was that like a power-up that you found?
No, I had to be careful because I knew there was a bottomless pit I couldn't see.
Jeez, this game has a lot of memorization.
It does. You see those guys just down there? That's an insta-kill.
Probably.
For some reason. Steam kills you in one hit. I don't know why.
No!
That is honestly, by the way, if you saw there was continuation above those things for health, that is the worst placed health in the game, because when you come back from a checkpoint, you're always at full health. So why you would ever go there if you've already died is beyond me. Why what? Just buy any. You always take one hit of damage, but the steam will insta-kill you.
No, the roar.
Roar meter seems to go down when you take a hit.
Oh yeah, it does go down if you take a hit. You need to have it up a bit if you want to stun enemies, but certain enemies like the hyenas, they don't give a shit if you roar at them, because they're not afraid of you.
That makes the moves sound like honestly useless outside of
the roar is more useful as an adult, and I'll get why, because you have a lot more combat style as an adult. You see the skull I'm standing on, by the way? Don't fall off of it. If you fall off of it, you have to start the level from the beginning.
Lovely.
Like, that's the exact starting point.
I have to say the animation actually looks really good. Not fantastic. I've seen much better than that's because I've played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which for a 2D sprite-based game is some of the best sprite animation you will ever see.
Is this made by Capcom?
No, this was not made by Capcom.
Oh, okay.
But back on what I was saying, of course it doesn't compare to something like Symphony of the Night, but from what it is, sprite animation does actually look fairly competent.
But usually, I believe I saw this before, the sprite animation quality for Disney games back in the day were really well done.
Well, like I said, the only Disney games I didn't say it, so one more thing. The only Disney games I've actually played are actually not like based off of, for the most part, not based off of like them like old Disney movies, Lion King, The Little Mermaid, and all that sort of stuff. The ones I have played were like, well, they were on the PlayStation 1.
Okay, yeah.
PS1 Tarzan game, the Toy Story 2 ones, and then Monsters Inc. So they're either the only one that wasn't based off like a Pixar film was Tarzan, and that used 3D models. They all use 3D models, partially because 2 of them were 3D platformers.
I think I was playing Tarzan on N64. I think, was that the same game?
They'll probably be the same game, considering Toy Story 2 on the N64 is the same game.
Alright.
Like, the PS1 version probably had like better sound quality or just like better
voice clip, etc.
Yeah. I believe it actually had movie clips in it.
Oh, yes.
Storage capacity in the form of a CD-ROM.
I just want to comment on an odd note. In the beginning of the level, we were facing 2 hyenas. At this part of the level, when we take out one, we face a third one. I assume those are the 3 hyenas from the movie, you know, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed. But they came out of the elephant hole before, and there was only 2 of them. Just something I feel like pointing out.
Right, limitations possible.
I'm not sure. I mean, all the hyenas look the same, and there are more than 1 hyena, so I don't think it's those 3 in Pacific.
Space limitations.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if they were in this game, they'd probably be these 3 we just faced, and that thankfully marks the end of the level.
Which we're about to die anyway.
Yeah, it was one. If I didn't get that health expansion, I would have died. Now we're doing the Stampede level, level 4. This level is entirely memorization.
When I think of a Stampede level in a Disney game, once again I think of that Tarzan game.
Oh yeah, that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
So did that movie scared me. Actually, no, I never saw. Thing is, I never saw the movie at the game.
You never saw the movie?
I've seen it now, but I mean, at first I played the game like I beaten the full game before I even saw the movie.
Oh.
No, that's Stampede. Yeah, that scared the hell out of me.
That was a freaking elephant stampede.
Yeah, it was elephant stampede. They roared so loud, and it was just, you didn't want to. And like if they got you, I think you were like propelled in front of the screen.
Oh god, that's scary.
One of the things that would have made it was, I'm not just necessarily referring to the level, I'm also referring to the scenes. When I finally saw the film, that scene kind of scared me a bit as well. It's also the fact that it's easier to relate to Tarzan because he's human, instead of here where just a...
You're a lion. Well, you're a baby.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it makes it hard enough to sympathize with, but the same species as Zoo makes it more like, oh god, I could have been in that situation. I actually could have been. Sort of, if you get what I mean. That's
the shortest level in the game, and they will always follow the same formation. So if you played it once, you know what they're gonna do. Now we're in the 5th level, Simba's exile. You know, when he thinks he's the one who's killed his dad. There is a really big dick moment right here. You're running away from this boulder, and there's a porcupine in your way. You saw that roll move I did? If that boulder gets you, it's a 1-hit kill. Now, at this point in the game, all you know the way to kill enemies is by roaring and jumping at them. If you just take the hit, the boulder will get you and you will die. If you try to roar, the boulder will get you and you have to die. At no point are you told you can press down to roll to get rid of the porcupines. So the first time I played this, I was stuck there for a long time, not knowing how to get past it.
That's reminiscent, sort of, same sort of thing. It's like, the one true problem with, I know it's mostly unrelated, but with Sonic Advance 2, there's moves you need to do, whether you use R while in the air to sort of doing like a dash move that sometimes like propel you upwards in the air or forwards and stuff. At one of like the 5th world Sky Cannon, you are required to do that, but they never mention it. You are not told to do this. Rush does the same thing though, Cap. Just saying.
Yeah, no, Rush Adventure, I fell into a situation like that.
You're supposed to use the R button in a direction on the D-pad to sort of do like an extra added boost to your jump, or like a the slide kick thing in the air. There's a situation in Night Carnival Zone where you have to do that, and they don't teach you to do that at all.
This level will teach you how you position Simba for
Rush.
Rush? Yeah, Rush.
Anyway,
they did the same thing.
If you read the instruction books, though, which I don't see why more people don't.
But who reads the instruction manual?
I do.
We'll kill ya!
I read the instruction manuals if I never have anything to read ever again.
Didn't you read them on the ride home when you got the game and you wanted to play the game, but you can't play the game yet because it was like a console game? It's like, let me read the book on the way home.
Exactly. That's what I do.
I don't. I wait till I'm at home and then I unseal the game.
Anyway, that was the 5th level. I made it look easy, but it's not that easy. That level basically teaches you how to position Simba for platforming, because if you saw that last bit where you're pretty much jumping from rock to rock,